How does it work? If a law is amended last week, does it kick in immediately, or is it not for future? Because this process is said to have begun already. So why is it being retroactive?
But this law has been there.
No, you said it was amended last week.
Yes, it was amended. Amendment and was already signed by the governor. The moment the governor signs the law from the House, it becomes a law. But that is it.
But I thought people had they've gone to court, they're challenging the process. So if you amend the law,
yes,
how is that tenable? It's not supposed to be for future elections.
Well, no. I'm not a lawyer, but let's look at it from the common sense angle, Chamberlain. There's a law existing, understand me? And within that frame, I mean, the point is that you are trying to catch me unaware, right? And I believe that the process has been in the pipeline. I'm serious. It's been in the pipeline, because the point is that, I mean, 2 months, submit your names 2 months before the election, say hell of a time. Say, let us reduce this. It is not an executive bill, mind you. It was the House.
But you know, let me take it from the perspective of what transpired and how Nigerians reacted. The Senate, for instance, when the Senate President was undergoing the cases in CCB and CCT, while they were also amending that law, you saw how Nigerians reacted. No, what do you mean? Are you amending this law so that you could go free? And they said no, that it was for the future purposes.
That's right.
So, but in this case, and then this law is amended, then it kicks in immediately. And Nigerians going to be happy with that.
This is not a law for criminal proceedings. This is a civil issue.
But if it gives the impression that you're going to confer an advantage on this particular group of people, wouldn't people say, no, that's twisting the law?
How can you narrow it to just one person? You see, the point is that we have of the opinion, as me in particular, Lagos State belongs to all. I mean, Lagos is New York, Lagos is London. You understand me? Everybody's here. It's a melting pot. So what we are doing in Lagos is not for APC or for PDP. It's for the future of Lagos. It's for the future of Lagos. It's not, but it is not for now. There is no way anybody could tell me that 2 months before election, submit your name, and that is it, we close our gate.
Do you think that candidates are still being imposed in the party?
I don't think so, because I will tell you something, right? I just gave you an example now, Gimba. Last election, right? In Federal House of Representatives from Lagos, about 5 or 7 sitting members lost primaries. Not election, no. They lost primaries. So it is not as if, House of Assembly as well, they lost primaries. Do you understand me? And people will always have their favorite. And people should stop accusing the leadership. You could be a leader in Isheri. People, you have your favorite. You can talk about your favorite. This is your favorite, but this is your favorite. It doesn't mean you want to impose that person. And the person went into primaries and the person win. They will say, if this person should lose, they say, look at him. Yimba is nobody again. His favorite has lost. That is politics for you. So all these things, there's a limit to where we should not use unnecessary sentiment to overheat the polity, which is what some people are doing now.
So what do you think about the impression people have that, look, if this goes on, because a lot of people are going to court now, they think that you should have taken a cue from what happened in, some say Oshun, I don't know, rightly or wrongly. Do you think that in any way connects with some of the things happening in Lagos?
No, there's no connection. We have not disobeyed no court order. We've had our primaries. LISEC is, you know the LISEC chairman, that was the former CG of Lagos State, Mrs. Phillips. So we have people that are ready, you understand me, to conduct election in Lagos State. We are the flagship of this country. We are the model. We are the template. So we have to get it right.
Do you think that the results of these elections will be accepted, considering that card readers won't be used?
You see, we should look at this thing in two folds. Card reader was part of the Electoral Act, LISEC, and INEC. And this is a state election. You understand me? Right? Is it part of the electoral law of LISEC in Lagos State? Can they afford it? Right? Can INEC give theirs to them to use? So we should not. It would be nice if you use the card reader. Don't get me wrong. right? But if card reader is not used in this election, I don't think it invalidates this election in any manner.
But don't you think the flagship should be thinking beyond using card reader and fine, using it, and you looking forward to electronic voting?
I mean, ultimately, that is where we are going.
If you say...
The most important thing is that at the end of the day, that's where we are going, but everything is at cost.
Well, you say Lagos is the flagship, but for those who are watching to see and then emulate the good things that the state does, what if they then hear that Lagos says they will not use card readers? Don't you think that they will then say, well, okay, maybe when we conduct ours, if Lagos didn't use card readers, why should we?
No, you see, they should not make that as an excuse. The card reader is not available now because of funds. Understand me?
Funds for Lagos?
Yes, of course. We have a lot of things going on in Lagos. You know that. You can see it yourself. The look is around, the feel is there every day. But the point is that it's not that is the end of it. But I will tell you, beyond that, even when there was no card reader, the sitting party in Lagos lose elections. And they declare the result. So it is not as if using card reader or not. I know now that elections in the aggregate today will be in London in the next minute. People are vigilant. People are aware. People
think it doesn't undermine the need to encourage the use of card readers?
No. You see, the point is that I'm not against card reader. I'm saying that clearly. Understand me? But for this election tomorrow, there will be no card reader because LISTEC does not have a card reader. INEC has a card reader. Do we have the same system or do we have the same kind of program on the system? Will INEC willing to give us their card reader?
Did you ask INEC?
You see,
did you ask for it?
Let me tell you, this is government agencies. This is not private sector you belong to, right? They are going to do like 20 memos, but then the election is over, then the result has been declared, you understand me? Then you are still waiting for a response.
Yeah, but the flagship always has this thing of thinking and planning ahead.
Yes.
If they knew that was a challenge, they could have applied to INEC a long time ago.
You see, the point is that it is not for us. We are very similar in what we do. It is the other end of it. Sure, you understand me?
The INEC end?
If we are going to go to INEC, which I don't think we did, you understand me? But if that was the plan...
So to that extent, they can say it's not tenable, because if you didn't do it, you can't say they were not going to give you, because you're just being hypothetical.
Hypothetical to an extent. But the point is that we don't want any kind of manipulation. Oh, this does not belong to LISTEC. Lawyers have different ways of throwing so many things at you for any reason. So let us go there. Let people count. Let people do it.
I have a proposition for you.
Thank you very much.
Will it make sense that you include in your LISTEC laws or electoral laws in Lagos State to always apply for a card reader from INEC, just so that every other election at local government levels, at the state level, or whatever level there is seen to be transparent, credible, and then acceptable by all? Would you do that?
Brilliant. But it's a brilliant, even without, it's a good advice. I will take it on, but I believe the state is watching, and I believe Lagos is watching that. They will propose that, and the House will probably propose in the LISTEC law. And INEC as well should make it mandatory that all state elections should involve card readers. We've had elections in other states already, local government in other states. None of them use card reader for their election, and we know election has been held and people are in offices as well, but like people say, we are the flagship, we are the big brother.
No, you said so.
And I just said yesterday, I'm the Governor General. So we set the examples, we set it.
But some think it's a bad example, because if you say no card reader, the consequence of that now is movement is going to be restricted, and people can't move because you want to see how people won't go from one place to the other. Because if you had the card readers, movement, people can go wherever they want, and then the flagship set the standard. But that's not the case.
We are not. Restricting people movement on Voters' Day is not something new. Are you talking about that?
Yeah.
It has always been like that, even when there was no card reader.
But there will be restriction on movement tomorrow.
Just to have a peaceful day.
You can have a peaceful day with people still moving.
I know,
you avoid the card reader.
You see, for you and I, right, understand me, for you and I, right, we believe in that. Even the governor, that issue of making end of the month restriction, he threw it out. It's a free movement. But you see, for sanity, for peace, for the election to be seen peaceful, and to encourage people to vote, stay and be part of what you belong to. Don't argue all the time. Don't talk about the facts. Go out there and vote tomorrow. It's very important. Please go out and vote tomorrow. It's a testimony of what is going on in Lagos State beyond the local government.
All right, Mr. Tunde Bankantini, a member of the APC. Thank you for talking to us this morning.
Always my pleasure.